Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This your man, Mr. Mac. I want to thank all you guys for liking, for commenting, subscribing. Because of you guys, the channel has really grown. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank God. So yeah, I'm just here to entertain you guys, share some stories, share some experiences. I got some dope interviews coming up pretty soon. Before I start this video, I have a quick question for you guys. Have you ever been heartbroken? If you have, leave a comment, leave a like, share this video. I'm going to share a story with you guys. My first experience being heartbroken in Liberia. So stay tuned. So yeah, I just touched down in Liberia. I'm fresh, you know, still got my American clothes and stuff like that. I was looking good. I just came from America, just got in Liberia. First time in Liberia since I left when I was a baby. And I was there for what, like 2-3 weeks. And at that time I started feeling lonely, like I needed some friends. Like you in the country for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's time to start making new friends. You know, loneliness, depression isn't good. I wasn't in contact with any of my friends from the States. You know, everybody have their own lives to live, which is cool, you know, sometimes out of sight, out of mind. It is what it is. So I started making friends in the neighborhood, and I made friends with one guy. You know, I'm gonna leave his name out because I didn't ask him for permission to use his name. So I'm gonna leave his name out. So I made friends with this guy. We didn't really have much in common, but we both like basketball. So we was playing basketball at the court, started hanging out at the court and stuff like that. And one day he invited me to his house. So I went to his house and I met his cousin. Mind you, his cousin was looking good. Like I was looking at this girl like, wow. In my country, we say red boom, which means, you know, girl with like light skin or bright skin. So she had bright skin, you know, and she was looking really, really good. And I was into her, but I wasn't really trying to spit no game or anything. You know, I was still new, still fresh, still looking around, you can say, quote unquote, looking around. So when I went to his house and she came in, she saw me, and I guess somebody told her like, hey, that boy from America. So all of a sudden now she had this weird interest in me. You know, she started flirting with me. She came, she sat on my lap. I was like, you know, like what? Like, yo, this is crazy. She came, she sat on my lap. She started flirting with me and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay. I see what's going on here. So one thing led to another, you know, one thing led to another. We started dating. I don't know how we even started dating. We just started dating, you know. You know, when we first started off, she was pretty cool and stuff like that. But then she started getting really, really demanding. First, it started off small. I want this. I want roasted fish. I want roasted meat, which is not a bad thing to get anybody, but she was very, very demanding. I started getting her food and stuff like that. But then I noticed like she started using me and stuff like that. Like I would be at my house and she would call me to go get her food to where they had a roasted fish and roasted meat on the road. You have to walk like 15-20 minutes. So I would leave my house like a dummy, like a moo-moo. I'll leave my house, leave what I'm doing, and go on the road just to get her roasted fish or roasted meat or, you know, whatever she wanted. And when I come back, she wasn't even appreciative. Like I'll come back, she'll be like, oh, the food cold, you know, or the meat hot, the meat this. It ain't got enough pepper, no sauce on the meat. Instead of like, you know, looking at me like, hey, thank you, or, you know, thank you for getting this food for me, the girl would just be complaining, not even appreciate my efforts and stuff like that. So I was like, you know, still at that time I was young, I was naive, still new in the country, so I didn't really, it hurt me, you know, I had feelings too, not because I'm a man, but I still have feelings. But she didn't care because she wasn't with me for me. She was with me to use me to get what she could get out of me. So then somewhere down the line, I found out that she had multiple boyfriends. Like, and I'm like, yo, what the heck? So when I went to her cousin, I'm like, why you tell me your cousin had, you know, the men and 11 men, you know, taking care of her and stuff like that. She was like, oh, my man, lead that team. I get you lucky she like you. Like, I'm lucky. Like, what type of stuff is that? You feel me? He telling me I'm lucky. She like me and this and that. And I shouldn't worry about those men and all types of stuff. I'm like, yo, but why you ain't telling me? Just to find out, you know, she was using these men for money because in my country or in Liberia, like, you know, these foreigners, they usually have more money than the locals. So she will mess with these foreigners, these Lebanese guys and French guys and, you know, whatever foreigners she can get her hands on and do what they do. And then she would get money out of it. And I didn't know at that time. So, and just as much she was using them for those high-end things, she was still using me. It made me mad, but I was still stupid. I still was dating this girl even after knowing all of that. Like, it's like something was wrong with me at that time when I was young. She was always the demanding type, but then her demands started getting more and more, like to the point where this girl drained me out of all my money. Whatever I had or whatever I get, I had to like give it to her. I remember even this one situation, my dad sent me a whole barrel full of clothes, food, skincare products, body wash and stuff like that. This girl took half of it. She took sneakers from me. She took clothes. She took damn near all my soap. She took all my smell good scents and everything. And my stupid self just gave it to her. Like, you feel me? I acted like I ain't never seen a woman before. Yeah, so this girl used to use me left and right. I'm over here giving everything I got to this girl. And a time came where I really didn't have anything left for even myself before I can even give it to somebody else. So as soon as she couldn't get anything out of me anymore, she just dumped me. Like, she just stopped talking to me, cut me off, bro. What type of stuff is that? And I know you listen to the story like, oh, how can you let this girl use you and you stupid or something like that? Or, you know, like, oh, they got a real junk or they got a simp. But you gotta understand, like, when you're in love, I mean, not in love, but when you're young and stuff like that and you're not used to something, sometimes you have to go through it the first time before you understand stuff. So I had to go through that, and it was a lesson that I learned. From that time, you could not use me for anything. It was a one and done situation. Like, after I got done with her, or after she got done with me, actually, something like that never happened again. Like, I could smell a user from like a mile away. Like, if I go up to you and I approach you, and next thing you know, you just start demanding out of the blue, I know you a user, you feel me? And I'm not messing with you no more. So yeah, if you a user out there, shame on you. If you a user, shame on you. It's not good to use people. Because if you use people, one day karma gonna catch up with you. And I ain't saying no names in this video, but I heard something happen to her. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not saying anything else. If you know her, you know her. If you don't, you don't. So yeah, I just wanted to share this story with you guys. Thank you for always tuning in. Thank you for liking, for commenting, subscribing. Please share this video. Peace.